All right, we got Frieren episode 27, An Era of Humans. And with the second first class mage test done, it is time for the test takers to prepare for the third round. And Frieren acts on her kindness, but is disappointed by the end of the episode. And we start this episode off with Fern already pissed. This time it's because Frieren has told her to replace the broken staff that Hyter gave her. And do you think that like Frieren was in the wrong for saying that she should get a new staff or nah?
No, I mean, like, I'm not sure if she know how much that staff meant to her, but I don't think she's in the wrong for that at all.
It definitely made sense, right?
Yeah. Um, because one, like, if you don't want to get something broken, why are you taking it into battle?
Yeah.
That could be like your walking around staff, like not your I'm about to go fight Frieren staff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
have two. Maybe have two.
Well, so why not like if she's like that concerned about it, why not just like keep some pieces of it maybe, like the top of it or something as like a
Hmm.
charm or something and then get you a like a better more I guess reinforced staff, but as we see, I mean she's lost everything as a kid or whatever and
For
you know
sure.
that's all she's basically got of her, I guess, childhood or whatever. So, I mean, I guess Frieren doesn't really understand that right off the rip because she's an elf. Um, but
Yeah,
you
she
know,
doesn't get attached to
yeah,
things like that. Um, but I think it's more on Fern, honestly. Like, take care. Like, if that's the only thing you have left, like, take care of that shit. She does take care of it. She maintains the staff, but like, you don't take something you care that much about in a battle. It's like if my mom or like my grandma had got me something like a necklace, right, or like a watch or something like that, and I played like football with it on.
oh no,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't make any. That
yeah,
doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? Except for
I
her, like, you can get all your shit smashed to bits instead of just having to fix a link or something.
yeah, I guess one way that I can see is like, you don't have to have that stuff to, play football or whatever, but she has to have it for her magic or whatever. But that still goes to say, like, she could definitely have like another like staff that she uses for like dangerous, trips or something like that. Cause you knew this was going to be
Right.
dangerous, right? So,
Right. I feel like the hiker staff is for like in town helping people type shit.
yeah,
You
show off
know.
type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You bring it
Yeah.
out on special occasions and shit like that. But then
Yeah.
you have the battle staff that's probably a little bit stronger, made out of metal, and not from Hiter.
Yeah. Not something you really, really care about. So,
Right. So
it definitely makes sense, but I guess you have to also remember she is a what teenager, so
yeah, she's
not
very
the
annoying. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so over her, bro.
So I can definitely tell like so like I watch a lot of slice of lives and stuff, right?
Hmm.
And like the little thing that they're doing with Fern or whatever, it's supposed to be like a comedic, like funny thing that's happening. I laugh about it. I actually I love it. So I love the pouty faces from Fern. It, but it's different because I do watch those type of things, and they do show this type of thing like a lot, and that is like a humor point, I guess. So it's
I mean, I guess.
it's
Like
interesting, to
why you
see.
always in a bad mood though? Why you making everybody life miserable all the time?
It's not everybody. It's just Stark. It's just our boy Stark. So
Fern scared of her ass too. Don't play.
that's why she up there fixing the damn staff, bro.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see like your thoughts on Fern compared to mine. Especially after these last few weeks of them like replaying the pouty face joke. So
Assassinating her character.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop.
I love it. I love seeing it. So, but yeah, after all that, Well, we actually get Dinkin in Richter's shop telling him not to get down on himself and saying that he's going to get stronger in 3 years, which is when the next mage, first grade mage comes through the test or whatever again. And we actually see Frieren roll up and have Ryder put together Fern's staff again. And she kind of like well, she wasn't doing it intentionally, but she's like, "Well, if you can't fix it, then I guess I'll just leave." And he's like, "What? What did you just say to me?
What you said to me?
You don't assume I can't fix it. I just didn't feel like doing it." So
My man's ego is so hurt right now. He did not need that.
Dinkin, then Frieren, like it's at that point they're just rubbing it in his face, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't had enough. I can fix this, Steph.
And yeah, I enjoyed it. But then we move on to like some of the, I guess, more meaningful things of the show, and we
Mhm.
actually see Siri with all the other test proctors discussing the fact that 12 test takers passed. I forget her name.
Since?
Lo- since his test, and it was basically due to the fact for Frieren being too strong. She was basically saying that if it wasn't for Frieren being there, then that many people wouldn't have passed. Hardly anybody would have passed.
I don't think
If
anybody would
if
have passed,
anybody.
period. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody would have passed, period.
And I kind of agree with that, and she's like, I can't pass all these people because they don't deserve it. Riding off of Frieren like that. Um, so did you have any thoughts on like her? Was she being too harsh, or like is she
I
justified?
I don't think she was being too harsh, um, because they were saying, like, a traditional 3rd test would just flat out kill most of the 12, probably
Yeah,
outside of maybe Fern and Frieren. Um, I didn't expect Siri to actually care about human life like that, though, especially, like, 10 of them. She just seems comes off a little cold, and, but at the same time, like, I guess, like, tempering myself is, like, she cares about strong people or talented people is what she says. So, makes sense, but I could also see her just not giving a rat's ass.
yeah, that was kind of surprising for me too. I was like, why not just let them do their thing? Let them learn the hard way, right? But I guess she does like you said, it's about them about not wasting the opportunity or slash potential. So
True. I
um
mean, and you
yeah.
can't learn if you're dead.
Yeah, that's right. So um but we actually learn that without innate talent or a few hundred years of practice, it would be hard to fool demons with mana suppression. This is one of the points that gets brought up. Also, focuses on this skill has had negative effects on Frieren, leaving her uh, relatively unskilled for her age as an elf. We see her we see her in an OP lot all this time, but through series eyes, she's actually not anywhere close to what Siri would expect her to be. Um, so
Which
did
is
you?
crazy.
Yeah,
When she said this and she was saying all this, like, because like the first piece I had to like break down in my mind was like, okay, it takes a few hundred years of practice to like fool a demon with mana suppression, and Fern isn't even 15.
yeah,
So that kind of tells you how skilled she is, and I guess how talented she is. She's really a rare talent. But then also learning that Frieren is kind of like a pushover for her age is kind of nuts. Because like you said, like we've always seen that she's stronger than everything and everybody else, but that's only because she's like 1,500 plus years old, not because she's actually a good mage.
yeah.
Or I should say
This is
skilled mage. She's a good
yeah,
mage. She's not a skilled mage, which is crazy, right?
yeah, and like it's crazy that like someone of Fern's caliber actually was able to match up with Frieren, right? Like that's just like a match made in heaven, basically. Uh, I think, anyways.
It is. It is. Because regardless, so you have somebody that is very smart, is talented. I mean, Frieren is talented. She just doesn't care about fighting. She just wants to find little rinky dink spells to do because she likes doing little rinky dink spells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like me. Like I feel like it's kind of like me with golf. Like only reason I'm good at golf now is 'cause I've been playing my whole life. Like I don't really give a shit. Like I really don't
Master's
care
out
that
there
much.
swinging, bro. He don't care where it goes. He
I'm
just
out.
points in the right direction and lets it roll.
I'm out there vibing, unless it's for money. Because all
Oh,
my
okay.
friends know, do not bet me in money anything. I get so serious, bro.
Yeah. So it was definitely interesting to see all this brought up because, we didn't really know. I guess last episode kind of skill checked Fern, and this episode kind of skill checks Frieren to some extent,
It
you know?
does. Yeah.
So, which is pretty interesting. And then we actually like learned that her series apprentice or whatever you want to call it, learning, um like she was kind of disappointed in him, and Siri also said that he might be able to fight uh Frieren equally. What'd you think about all that?
Like Siri just kind of like asked the question, like, you'll probably need to never get the chance to fight Frieren, even if you like. It was kind of weird how she asked the question. Like, I was really
Yeah.
unclear about what was was she saying he wouldn't do it because he's like timid or he can't actually beat her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't understand.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back and remember what I was thinking during that time. I think it was something like he aspired to be on that level, I guess, but if he can't, he was disappointed in him because he still wasn't able to tell that she was suppressing her mana, right? That's
Well,
why she was disappointed in him, right?
yeah, it seemed like that was a reason that she was disappointed in him, and then it was also because of his attitude.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like being a mage. It seems like you have to think pretty greatly of yourself, or
Yeah.
be you gotta be able to imagine yourself doing anything you want because that's what part of magic is in this. It's imagery.
That's why Ubo's so like the way she is,
Yeah, she's not smart, but she's like naturally like, yeah, like I got this shit. It's no issue.
Yeah,
Just naturally
so
confident.
so with all that being said, like I think that she was basically saying, if you would have changed instead of saying staying the same, if you would have actually learned from me, I guess, and figured out what I was doing and stuff, you might have had the chance to be on equal terms to Frieren, right?
That makes
Kinda.
sense. I can see that.
So Um, but it's definitely like this whole like exchange was pretty interesting, especially as far as world building goes. Um, it definitely gets you thinking. Um, so, but afterwards, after all that, after she talks about not being able to tell, if mana is fluctuating and stuff like that, someone that's trained under her couldn't tell if her mana was fluctuating. um, we actually see Siri judging. We have people coming in, and she's like, basically, as they're walking up, she's like failing them. She's like, "You failed. You're not coming. You're done." But not only is she like failing them, she's actually like giving the reasons too, which
Right.
I enjoyed. For most of them, anyways. I think they cut the reasons off for some of them because of time, probably. But she was actually giving some good reasons, I thought. So
I mean, it was mostly because like they couldn't see themselves being first class mages, which I
yeah.
thought was kind of like bullshit in a way. but I
Yeah.
don't know.
They was either scared of her, they couldn't see themselves being first class mages, or anything of that nature. Which was, pretty interesting.
I thought
Um,
it was fair to like a certain extent, but then we see Frieren get failed after Siri asked her like what her favorite spell is, and it's the same as it's always been. It's
yeah,
the beautiful little field of flowers.
just like her sensei, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
But like, why do you think that Siri failed Frieren
Well,
when
even though
Frieren was
Frieren,
strong enough to fight?
yeah,
When Frieren was strong enough to like mess up the whole test in the first place.
yeah. Well, see, I think so. The reason I think that Siri failed Frieren is because Siri was holding Frieren to her standards. So she wasn't holding her to first class mage standards, which is, she obviously would have got it easily. She's got it. She's
Right.
had it in the past several times, whatever. But she was actually holding her to series standards, the elf, her high
Elf
standards.
standards. Right. Elf
And
standards.
we already know that Siri thinks poorly of her for, I guess, go like trying to do these smaller things and learning or loving the unique spells, kind of like Flame did, because that was one of the things that she didn't like about Flame either, her last apprentice. And I really do think that she was hoping that Frieren would have went down a different path than Flame, and she would actually like start to become like her, I guess. And
But
the
that's
fact that she
bullshit.
didn't is the reason why she failed her.
But that's bullshit.
It is. It's omega bullshit.
Yeah. Like I just thought that was so fucked up. But like, I mean, Frieren knew she's like, she's not gonna pass me. Like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
Um and like she was right. She was right. But like I just thought it was so silly. Like it's trivial. It's petty the reason that you did that.
Oh
Because even
yeah.
though like, okay, I'm not as strong as I could be, but like I don't like fighting. I'd rather go fucking pick flowers and berries and nuts in the woods than go fight.
Yeah.
I just run around looking for different spells, which I think is a quality of its own. But Siri's a Siri's not a nice person, so
I mean, looking at it though, like, what has Siri done in all her time? She literally collected all the spells or like a shit ton of spells in the world, it seems like. And she's been sitting on a throne surrounded by all these spells, I guess just watching people or something. And Furin's been out here like having a good time, like killing the Demon King, helping kill the Demon King, teaching one of the greatest human mages that the world's probably ever gonna see. Just trying to kind of do the same shit Siri's doing, just on her level. So
yeah. I mean, like she's accomplished more than Siri.
yeah,
It looks like, and then like Siri has like the gall to mock her and be like, "Oh, I can't even believe you defeated the Demon King." And she's like, "Yeah, I had strong allies." And she's like, "Oh, so you're lucky." Like, bro, what's your issue? What is your fucking problem, bro? Because if it was me, I know everybody says this, but if it was me, like I would have had some issues in that room with her.
yeah, I
But
guess
Friend just don't give a shit. Like she just
yeah.
don't care. It's nothing but a title to her, but she wouldn't have been talking crazy to me like that.
Fruin, the thing is, Fruin knows where she stands. She knows that. Uh, who knows if she could go toe to toe with Siri? I don't know. We don't really know the extent of her magic or whatever. We know that she's older than Frieren, and we know that she takes magic way more serious than Frieren. So you would assume that Frieren would get spanked, but who knows? You never know.
Oh,
So
Friend would get washed by Siri.
yeah.
Absolutely washed.
But like that's the thing. Like where's she at? Why didn't she go after the Demon King? Like if she's so high and mighty, you know what I mean? If she can solo the world or whatever shit. Like
She
talk
got
about
different
someone else.
priorities, bro. That
Yeah.
that, that throne ain't gonna, have an ass in it by itself.
Talk about,
Who's gonna
not
dust those books?
liking someone. Like I'm starting to get like aggravated at her, bro.
Yeah,
So,
no, she needs. I mean, there's a few aggravating characters in this story, but hey,
and
I'm gonna leave
I
it alone.
guess to kind of finish this out, we also learned that Himmel actually sought after Frieren because she helped him when he was a little child. And she made her happy, or she made him happy while he was lost by creating a field of blue flowers, right? And which turned into his favorite spell as well. So,
Yeah, so like it's actually has a lot of importance. Like your favorite spell doesn't have to be useful. It's like just your favorite fucking thing.
yeah, I mean,
So
it changed
Siri's
his
very
life,
narrow
right?
minded.
So, yeah,
Right. It actually changed everybody's life because that was the reason that he found Furin so they could go defeat the Demon King. So like
yeah.
Siri, you're asinine.
And we see like several times where Friren's talking to Fern about before she gets judged or whatever, and she reassures her like, no matter what Siri says in there, you don't have to agree with anything she says because regardless of whatever goes on in that room, she will pass you or whatever. And I loved that Frieren done that to Fern because without that, then Fern could would have probably felt obligated to like maybe make different decisions in there, right?
Yeah. I mean I think the only reason Furin did that is because like so she would do what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
If she wanted to become her apprentice, I don't think Frieren would really even care that much. I think she'd just be like, "Okay, see you later, bye." You
I guess
know?
I'm gonna continue doing what I want and spending however long I want doing what I want. So
Right. Like it
yeah,
doesn't make any a difference. She can do the same thing a few hundred years from now, and like it doesn't matter to her.
yeah,
But yeah, I think she just said that so Fern wouldn't feel pressed. Do whatever you want. Like make your own decisions. Don't feel pressured. Because that's when you make shitty decisions. When you feel like you
yeah.
got to make a certain decision. Yeah.
And she immediately impresses Siri by detecting that she's suppressing her mana. The thing that I said that Siri's apprentice could never ever figure out. He had been with her forever, and he still didn't know that Siri was suppressing her mana.
Yeah.
But she sensed like a slight disruption or whatever, wavering in it, and was like, "That's interesting. You're suppressing your mana."
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but
So, and fun fact, learning series apprentice that means learn in German. So they're keeping it up even for the insignificant characters. Even though it doesn't seem like he did learn.
yeah, I thought it was really wild that Siri actually tried to like take over Fern's apprenticeship, I guess. She's like, you can have the world if you come over to me. I can teach you the real ways, blah blah blah. And I'm just thinking like she already has the world. So
Yeah, I think she just wanted to see Fern become stronger, and that was really it. Like, I think it was more selfish than actually trying to like build her up.
yeah, that and I think she finds Fern fascinating because she's a human and she's at that level already. So
Yes, a young human.
yeah.
But yeah, like, is Fern the fucking main character now? Like, what's happening
I
at this
mean,
moment? What the fuck?
technically, she's been the main character, right? They got several main characters, but I don't think so. I think this is still Friren's story. It's just
I
we're just living in Fern's world for a lot of it. So,
got it, got it.
but yeah, that's it for Frieren this week. Pretty great episode, honestly.
It was pretty solid. The first
Yeah.
half felt like filler, but it was pretty tight at the same time.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first half though. It's
I
more
did.
slice of lifey, so I
And
enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is just like Lord of the Rings. Like it's just like you're kind of just doing whatever.
yeah.
Sometimes you're kind of just doing whatever. But
Lord of the Rings.
yes, sir.